Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the Chill Spot Podcast.
I feel like you've used that intro once before.
Have I?
Yeah.
I mean, I have like 3. We're probably going to get recycled a lot.
We've gone through them all at this point. We're washed up, everybody.
The well has been dry for weeks.
Yeah.
We used all of our best content in the practice things we did.
Yeah, which will never see the light of day.
Of course. No.
Yeah.
So ran into the channel. It's been a good run. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And you'll find us on the streets in Toronto somewhere.
Probably.
Trying to pay our rent.
I have a popcorn kernel in my molar, and I feel like I can't carry on.
Do you want to pause so you can do this?
No, I want to figure this out on air.
Okay, cool. So, What's your usual plan for stuff stuck in your teeth?
My tongue. Oh, I got it.
Nice. Is there nothing better?
Yeah. I try really hard to do things that don't involve my fingers to get stuff out of my teeth, but I always wind up giving up and like using my fingers.
Of course. Well, because it's hard. That's why I keep like slightly longer nails.
I also find that I can't
get in there.
I also find that I can't I don't understand the map of my mouth. I look at my mouth a lot. I care a lot about my oral health, actually. I'm very serious about it.
You bought a water pick. That's way more responsible than any other person I know.
I did get a water pick. And I highly recommend water picks because flossing sucks.
Flossing does suck.
Flossing fucking sucks.
All the dentists listening right now are like, what are you fucking doing?
No, okay, so flossing is great for you.
Yeah.
But we can all agree that the process of flossing takes a long time.
It's time consuming. Hurts
your fingers.
And if you haven't done it in a while, you're probably going to bleed.
And yeah, it's just, I fucking hate it. And, I followed my dentist's instructions for flossing, and I just was having a hard time with it overall, and I just didn't like doing it. I could make myself do it, but I didn't like doing it. Mm-hmm. So I just bought a water pick. I asked my dentist about it, and apparently they are fantastic.
Do 10 out of 10 doctors recommend water picks?
Yeah.
We can't even say that about toothpaste.
At least dental hygienists do. Which honestly are like the nurses of the dentist world. They do all the work.
Who's the one dentist that's never agreeing on toothpaste?
I know.
When they have the meetings about Colgate.
Yeah.
And it's well, guys, listen, I think they officially figured out this formula. It's got people's teeth are getting whiter.
Yep.
People's breath is getting fresher.
Yep.
It doesn't burn the kids.
Yep. 0 cavities, great cavity protection.
And then fucking Christopher over here is like
listen. Actually, I take issue with the fluoride in the toothpaste. It's actually very bad for you and causes cancer.
And it's but it's not a large enough amount of fluoride to really
cancer.
But he just goes cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer.
And then it just dissolves into 12 Angry Men for dentists.
No. I said no. No.
The one dentist is like, I have tickets to a baseball game. Let me go.
Someone's like, call up Colgate. You gotta let them know that only 9 of us agree. And they're like, fuck again! Fuck!
We just want a toothpaste that 10 out of 10 dentists agree on.
We've been trying so hard.
Oh, God.
So hard.
We can't reach a unanimous decision in this science field. God.
I gotta wonder what apparently a friend of mine who's in dentistry told me that there is actually something that happens in your mouth after you suck dick.
I don't believe that.
No, there's apparently a change in your mouth that, after giving
that.
a blowjob, it becomes apparent.
I don't believe that.
It was a part of his studies. He's in school for it.
I don't. I'm sorry, no. I know what friend you're talking about, and I love that friend, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think that's pop, dentistry.
I have no reason to disbelieve that. If I said something, crazy about acting, you'd probably believe me.
Because acting in and of itself is crazy. I mean, you told a story about somebody who only sings the first 3 words of an Alicia Keys song.
Yeah, check out the second episode of our podcast for that one.
It's already way out there, you know? But dentistry is dentistry,
It's a science, yeah. A medical science.
Yeah, so.
I would never want to be a dentist, because I don't like mouths very much.
I was listening to this other podcast the other day, and they were making fun of dentists because they were like, does anybody ever grow up wanting to be a dentist?
I can't wait to get both my hands in someone's mouths.
It's something that you fall into, because something else didn't work out. They're like, oh, what didn't work out in your life that made you want to become a dentist?
It's were you trying to be an actor or trying to be a visual artist and all you can paint are teeth,
just teeth
and mouths?
And you're like,
and it's you have lovely structure with these teeth, but you're nothing as an artist. He goes home and throws his brushes on the ground.
Yeah.
Fuck!
And he sees a lone like dentist pick, like lying on the ground somewhere.
He goes to his parents and is like,
yeah.
Mom, Dad, I want to be a dentist. And they're both painters.
Yeah.
And he's like, son, we've talked about this. Your obsession for teeth needs to be channeled into your art. It's like, no, Dad, I want to be a dentist. I have no son.
Like, you're going to give up your dreams? He's like, no, Dad, I'm giving up yours.
Is that from that Cordon Bleu jump rope movie?
There's a lot of teen movies that do that.
But do you know the one I'm talking about?
Jump in or whatever?
Yeah, it's about this kid who's like, dad is a
rope?
boxer, and he's like training to be a boxer too,
Right.
but then decides that he'd rather be a professional jump roper. It's like, first of all, that's not real. There is no such thing as competitive jump rope.
Yeah, there is.
It must. Who's like? Where are they host these things? Like I've never.
I
heard
don't
of that.
know, but they exist, Cam.
If they exist, that's great. I mean, they clearly can't be a
I don't know.
large
There's
community.
a professional pillow fighting league. Like,
Is there?
yes, there is.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
there is. Much Music did a bit on it like a while ago.
Professional pillow fighting league.
Yeah.
How, I gotta wonder. Like, what's the technique?
Yeah.
Is there a manga about professional pillow fighting?
There should be.
There's a manga for every other sport.
Yeah, there should be.
Except for hockey.
Yeah. Oh man, that's too bad.
Well, Japanese people don't play hockey.
I guess not.
It's not really a part of their thing.
Really?
No, they're really into baseball and soccer. Baseball, soccer, and basketball. Because and I guess volleyball.
Yeah.
Because haiku is pretty popular.
Yeah.
But I've been meaning to watch that. I've heard it's very good.
I don't know what
you
you're
ever heard
talking.
of haiku?
No, you say haiku and I think like the poem.
No, it's
Like the
it's
poem format.
It might not be pronounced that. It's spelled HAIKYUU.
Oh.
So haiku.
Yeah.
It's about a volleyball team.
You.
Yeah, haiku.
You.
That's the noise it makes when you hit a volleyball.
Or like swimming.
Pew!
Like Free. Free was a really popular swimming manga.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Anime. It's an anime. Maybe it's a manga too, but I know it as an anime.
Was that the really homoerotic one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It knows what it's trying to do. It's not being, unclear
exactly.
about what it's trying to do.
You know what? Like, that's my biggest thing with these things is like if you're gonna be a certain way, it's kind of corny, just own it.
Yeah. That's like
own it.
I watched this anime. I don't remember what the hell it's called, but it was about a rugby league, and it was really anime. Like one of the main characters has like red hair with like white spirals in it. Like it's like an impossible haircut. But it is so gay, and like the most like I'm not trying to be offensive. Like it just is
literally like homoerotic.
Literally homoerotic.
Yeah.
Like these big dudes grappling each other with these big bulges, and like they get all flustered when they talk to each other. Like they're not fucking.
It's like
but
what
they may as
Japanese
well be.
anime does to like women and boobs,
Yeah.
but with men.
I saw this great tweet that was like, it was like this gif from an anime of this woman standing in the wind, and her hair is blowing in the wind, but like every time she moves, her like tits like blow in the wind, and it's like, have you ever seen breasts before? That's not how they work.
Boobies blowing in the wind.
But someone quoted that and was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. If this is going to be acceptable in anime circles, dudes have to have shots of them standing in the wind with their big fucking bulges just like moving all over the fucking place.
Like rippling in the wind. Yep.
I think that's only fair.
Oh,
to be perfectly honest
I
with
think
you.
that's entirely fair.
I actually think that would be kind of funny. Like if they really just leaned into it.
Or like in Ace Attorney, like the character April May in Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
How like her boobs just kind of like jiggle on their own. And like
Oh,
the
yeah.
animation is like they're completely separate from her body
Like,
at one point.
doo, doo, doo.
Yeah. It's like somebody's flipping a switch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That was a deep cut reference you just made there.
Is it?
April May from Phoenix Wright?
I'm just watching the Game Grumps play it right now.
Yeah.
So, and like I have heard of Phoenix Wright, but I just didn't really know what it was.
No, she's a character in that particular thing, but I don't think she shows up again.
Uh-huh.
But people are going to know what you're talking about. People aren't going to be like confused about it.
I don't know, Google it.
Yeah. Welcome to the Chill Spot Podcast. I don't know. Google it. It's going to be the name of this episode.
Yeah. Something that like our fans, all
the
7
30
of them,
people who watch us.
know about from like Twitter and Instagram, but we haven't really talked about it yet, is how stoked you are for this Lion King remake that's out now.
God.
How
whatever
stoked are you?
Are we gonna get really negative on the podcast today?
No, I want to get like, I want to make fun of it. I want to have fun with it.
Good. So, okay, let me explain myself, because there's a lot of people out there who'll probably like turn their nose up at me right now.
I think a lot of people feel the same way that you're feeling, but they're not shitting on the movie as a whole because of it. They're just kind of like shrugging their shoulders and going.
Well, the way I see it is my problem isn't with the fact that they want to make this movie. Like, if they want to make this movie and be it all realistic, that's fine, whatever. My problem is the adults coming forth and being like, oh my god, I could finally watch The Lion King again because it's not a shitty kid movie anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck you and everything you're about.
Yeah.
Like, I actually hate you. Like, down to your fucking core.
Okay, so, like, expand into that thought more. Like, because you watch a lot of animation. Like, you watch a lot of cartoons.
Most of what I watch is cartoons.
Yeah.
Like, because animation is just a medium. It's just a way to make stuff.
Yeah.
It has no bearing on whether or not it's for kids or for not. They make lots of live action stuff that's for kids.
Yeah.
But you don't see people being like, oh, I can't go see that. I can't go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because it's filmed with real people. Like, that's just for kids, you know? I don't like it. But I think that's stupid. Like, yes, I can cop to the fact that more often than not, cartoons are made with younger viewers in mind. I still don't feel like that's any reason for adults not to watch it. There are lots of great cartoons and other animated media, generally for younger audiences, that have great storylines and awesome worlds and well-written characters, and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's for children.
Yeah.
Like, why do you go see... I went to go see Coco with you.
Yeah.
I never once felt like, oh, this is a kid's movie.
Yeah.
The movie grapples some pretty serious themes.
Absolutely.
About death and accepting death and life after death. Like, that's... You know, by no means just for children.
No.
So when they do these live action remakes, and
it deals with murder.
Yeah.
There's a murder in Coco.
Dude, that guy got iced, got poisoned, and died in the streets.
Coco spoilers. Sorry,
whatever. Movie came out like a century ago. But yeah, so when you have people being like, oh, this Lion King is so much better immediately because it's live action, it's like, well, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you're not seeing the things that are actually being taken away because of this choice that they made.
Yeah.
And that's what bothers me.
I guess, because people were like, oh, like, I feel like the vibe behind these Disney reboots are like, you can take your kids to the theater to go see the classic movie that you saw when you were a kid. And it's like...
But it's devoid of all personality.
I don't know, maybe just, like, rescreen The Lion King in theaters. Yeah. They made... remember Disney did the thing a while ago? They don't do it as much anymore. They just kind of do reboots.
They talking about Lion King 3D?
Yeah, they released The Lion King in 3D. I saw it. It was good.
I never saw it in 3D.
It was good.
Would 3D really add anything? Give it depth or anything?
No, it really didn't. But, like, it was cool to see The Lion King in theaters.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that.
You know, that was a thing. And I think they did it with another movie, too. I can't remember.
They did it with a bunch. I don't remember, to be honest with
you. They were doing it around the same time that the first couple reboots were coming out, and now I think they just kind of do reboots.
Yeah.
But just keep doing that.
Well, and the thing with The Lion King is I don't really understand the dedication to realism. Like, I don't really get why that's an attractive feature, you know? Like, I don't really understand why... they needed to do it in realism. They could have just done it in 3D animated, which they've been doing with other shit for years.
I mean, if I were to put myself in, you know, the other side's shoes, in the shoes of someone who is excited for these reboots and genuinely loves when each and every single one happens, I would say that, like, CGI has come so far and, like, visual effects have come so far.
Sure.
It's a fun experiment to see what it looks like with the technology that we have now, just because it's come so far. And it's fun to get actors that you haven't maybe heard of before involved, or to get your faves who have maybe also grown up with the stories to portray these iconic characters. It's just kind of fun to see. It's like a big what if.
And I think
like, what if we put it into CGI? What if you know?
And I heard the movie looks great.
What if Baloo from the Jungle Book looked more real?
Yeah.
You know, what if he looked like a bear that you could encounter in the wild and befriend?
And well, I think that's fine. I don't have any problem with that as necessarily. I just think that people out here talking like it's finally a replacement for the old movie are full of shit.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Because you liked the movie.
These two movies are independent of one another.
Yeah.
And can exist with one another.
Yeah.
And personally, and this is okay, now we're really just in personal opinion territory here.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking stupid to do The Lion King with real lions. Like, I think that's a really boring idea. Like, why not? You cast all these famous people. They got like the 15 most famous people in Hollywood to be in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And you're just using their voices?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's kind of silly. Like, voice acting is its own thing, and it's a skill within its own right, but you hired film actors to be voice actors.
Not entirely.
Well, let me finish. So I think what would have been a better idea is if they use the actors. Have them. You get the costume and set designer from the Broadway show. Like, make it different. Do what they're doing with what hopefully they're doing with this Mulan remake, where it's like they're actually making a different fucking movie.
Consult Hamlet.
Yeah,
Bring more elements of Hamlet into the Lion King.
Why not have Simba talk to a skull for the whole movie, right? Like, just really mix it up.
Yeah, have Simba go to the elephant graveyard and do the fucking to be or not to be speech in there.
You know, and like, do I think that would have been a better idea? I don't know, because it's not real. But I definitely think it would have been a bolder choice than Lion King with real lions. It's like, who fucking cares about that?
Yeah.
It just seems like a lazy thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, at least the Jungle Book remake was like, Jon Favreau was like, okay, what if I can do the Jungle Book as an action movie?
Right.
And like, really make it fun to watch. And like, you haven't seen the new Jungle Book, right?
No.
So, at least with the CGI with those animals, they had like expressions, they had like eyebrows that moved, and like, you know, they looked as though they actually mocap the actors to reflect on the CGI animals.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I watched a clip of like Hakuna Matata that like Jimmy Fallon posted, and it's just really dead. Like, it's just like Simba's mouth moving like a puppet.
Yeah.
Like,
Cam is he's just operating his bottom lip basically to talk is what he's doing.
You know, and then just like that to me it's just, I don't know. I don't understand why they couldn't have made maybe more creative choices. But the okay, fine. Credit where credit is due. The CG looks amazing.
Yeah.
They really, really nailed the fact that it's realistic.
The texture of like lions, like skin.
And we've come a long ass way. Like they you know what they set out to make Lion King with real lions.
Yeah.
And then they did exactly that, and they achieved everything that came along with that. So kudos to them. Kudos to those VFX artists, because they're clearly very talented.
Yeah.
That's really great.
And like Pumbaa, like the skin, like the like hair and skin of a warthog, it's all like wiry and wrinkly the way that real warthogs actually
It looks authentic. It looks authentic, and I can fucking totally give credit where credit is due.
Is that the point of reboots, though?
What do you mean?
Is the point of reboots to improve upon? Like, is that really the intention behind them?
Well, I think the idea behind
or is it just to reimagine?
I've heard that, typically speaking, in the film industry, when they do reboots, it's because they have the technology to do a movie from 20 years ago the way that they wanted to do it 20 years ago. Like, that's what I've heard is like the mission statement for reboots. And whether or not I agree with that, I don't know.
Maybe it's not Disney's per se. It might not be their...
Disney wants to make money. That's why they're doing this.
That's true.
Here,
that's true. They want to make a boatload of money.
I'm curious. I'm going to look up the box office returns from The Lion King.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my phone away.
Okay.
Let's see here. The Lion King 2019...
I mean, like, this movie's
office.
made boatloads of money, because it doesn't really matter why you're seeing the movie. Like, box office numbers just reflect, like, whether or not you bought a ticket.
Of course. And
so
no doubt it made tons of money.
Then, like, you know, and lots of people are seeing this movie out of curiosity, so...
Holy shit, it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Currently sitting at a worldwide gross is $713 million.
Yeah.
So... it clearly, like, fuck me in my opinion. No one at Disney gives a shit about what I think, which is fine.
Your wish that it makes, quote, $0, unquote, did not come true.
Of course not.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to come true.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I don't want to make people feel bad for going to see this movie. Just because I think this doesn't mean you have to. And if you really enjoyed the new movie, that's great.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think that's great.
Yeah.
But don't expect me to like it.
Yeah. And I listened to most of the album that Beyonce curated for it, and it is a really good album.
Yeah, I listened to it too. Thought it was good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Beyonce's a good singer.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that she'll make a good album.
Yeah, and
you know?
she's like, you know, doing what Beyonce does, you know, bringing Afro beats to, like, North American culture, something that people don't often explore, other than, like, you know, black people whose family has not lived in America for very long. Like,
yeah,
that's sort of that. So, yeah,
that's so Raven.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's the future I can see.
I'm really looking forward to The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, why not?
I'm really looking forward to Mulan, because the Mulan teaser looked really good.
I agree. I think when they're trying to do something different, it pays off.
Yeah.
But when you try to do Lion King with real lions, it makes me a sad boy.
Just like a shot-for-shot remake.
Seriously, it's like I could I'm not gonna go on Twitter and tirade. The movie got mixed reviews, So that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, personally, that's a win in my book.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
You know, there's people out there who clearly agree with me.
Yeah.
Which, again, that's not even what it's about.
Yeah.
Go see Lion King if you want.
Yeah.
Just, you know, tweet at me if you liked it.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm probably going to go see it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, here I am with my foot in my mouth.
It's gonna get your money. So,
Yeah. I'm giving the Disney mouse machine
Yeah.
my fucking money so they can continue to make... You know what? Give me a live-action remake of Lion King 1.5. The real best Lion King movie.
Yes. Yes.
Is that a controversial statement?
No, not at all. People love that movie.
I actually really, really like that movie. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, I agree.
But, I'm a Little Mermaid, with Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
The most unfortunately confusing name.
Yeah.
I actually thought they cast Halle Berry.
No, I remember you told me that they cast Halle Berry as Little Mermaid, and I was like, Ariel is 16 years old.
I was like, oh.
Like, I'm not ageist. Like, do whatever you want. And Halle Berry is still killing it, but like...
Isn't she like 50 though?
She's... Yeah.
Like, she's like an adult.
Yeah.
You know, she's not like a young woman anymore.
No.
Of course, she looks great.
Like,
Credit to
she
Halle
looks
Berry.
youthful, but
Yeah.
like that kind of like youthful naivete that Ariel
But could she
is
pull
known
off 16?
for. That kind of youthful naivete that is in Ariel's character is like not Halle Berry right now.
No.
Yeah.
But Halle Bailey, I have to say, so I went on a bit of a journey with this, because when they announced it, I was like, oh my god, Halle Berry, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I found out that it was Halle Bailey,
Yeah.
and I had never heard of that. But you know who Halle Bailey was.
I've heard of Chloe and Halle.
Yeah, which I have never heard of them before. But
Yeah.
And then I found a video of her singing, and I was like, I buy it.
Yeah.
I buy it real hard.
Yeah.
Like, she's fucking talented. She's
Yeah.
so talented.
Did you see them sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl last year?
I did not know.
Ooh, so good.
Good shit?
So beautiful.
That's good.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And now Terry Crews has such a fucking boner. He wants to be Poseidon.
He wants to be Triton.
Triton, whatever. Same fucking character.
No, it's not. No, it's not. They're so different.
Poseidon?
Triton is not the god of the sea. He's just the king of Atlantica.
Okay.
He's not the god of the sea, of the whole sea,
Maybe
of
he
all
is.
the oceans. No, he's not. No.
Are we
no,
done? Are we done?
No.
Deep diving
No.
into the
I
Little
will
Mermaid
not
lore?
let you do this. This is so hyperbolic and stupid. No. King Triton is the king of Atlantica, just that region right there. It ends with Atlantica. Poseidon is the god of the entire ocean, all of the oceans, the Black Sea, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the goddamn motherfucking, like, Hudson's Bay, like,
say the Hudson's Bay,
like
the Great Lakes,
the Great Lakes, all of it, the whole thing. He
all the
controls
oceans.
the whole thing.
Sure.
Yeah, no, Triton is different. Triton
Okay.
also doesn't exist anywhere outside of the Little Mermaid. It's not like they took a mythological character and plopped it into the Little Mermaid. No, he exists for the Little Mermaid alone, whereas Poseidon is a bunch of things.
Sure.
So, no, you're wrong. I'm right.
Fuck me. Just,
Yeah.
I'll just go cry.
Terry Crews wants to be Triton.
Yeah, Terry Crews wants to be in the Little Mermaid so bad.
Yeah, he does.
It's funny because he did a video of him singing like Under the Sea, and it was like, oh, Terry.
Triton doesn't sing Under the Sea. Sebastian does. Which, you want to talk about, like, you know, them bringing back James Earl Jones to be Mufasa again? Bring back the actor who played Sebastian.
Do you know who did it?
I don't remember his name off the top of my head. It's like the biggest thing he's ever done, though. I remember
hey.
looking at his IMDb one time.
That dude is probably paying for every meal he's had since
Yeah.
that movie came out.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Sebastian money.
yeah. That's sweet, sweet Sebastian money. Yeah, no, bring him back. If we're really just gonna like copy paste people into roles that they've already played, like please,
Yeah.
son.
Why not?
I would love that.
Honestly, it's like So I have to beg the question though. Then are they gonna fucking make the fish and Sebastian like a real gross crustacean
Ew.
with like a gross proboscis mouth?
Yeah.
It's just like
Beady little black eyes.
Yeah.
Ugh,
under the sea.
that's not what crabs sound like.
Everything's better down where it's wetter. Ew. Or is Sebastian a lobster?
Oh yeah, you're right. I think he was more a lobster than a no, he was a crab.
I thought he had a long tail.
He's like.
He's a fish.
I think he refers to himself as a crab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. It's been ages since I've seen The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Truth be told.
I think he refers to himself as a crab. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's interesting. If you had to pick one movie to get remade, what do you think you would pick?
Like Disney or anything
Just
else?
whatever, yeah. Like any movie you think deserves another shot.
I
I don't even know if I have an answer for this, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm excited for like the eventual Hercules remake that I
Oh, yeah.
really hope they make.
That would be really cool.
Just because like all the Hercules movies that are out right now are just like like raw, like muscle and brawn, and about like sweaty dudes
Bad
fighting each
editing.
other. Yeah. But I want like my Disney's Hercules really, really badly.
Who would you cast in the role of Hercules?
Somebody doofy, but
Chris Evans.
maybe.
They can use the cap CGI from the first movie.
Chris Evans is a little old though. Maybe I'd cast like KJ Apa, who plays Archie on Riverdale.
That's a pretty good casting.
Yeah.
He would need to buff up quite a bit, though.
He's really buff. Have you?
I've never seen him without his shirt off.
Ooh, girl.
Sexy?
Yeah, well, because Archie has to be like buff and sexy.
Well, I thought he was more like cut.
No.
Like, cut is like you're really muscular looking.
He is. Well, he is.
Let me finish. Like, but Herc is like buff, though. Herc has like giant muscles.
Yeah.
Like, Terry Crews is buff.
Yeah.
But like, Zac Efron is cut.
Right.
Does that make it? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, like I think he could get there very easily. He's already very fit.
I mean, he's also
Archie.
a famous person, so I mean, he would have no problem
Yeah.
gaining the muscles he needs.
But he's already very fit for Archie.
Yeah.
He has like a 6-pack and stuff, like a defined 6-pack.
Well, good for
So.
good for him. Must be nice. Archie Andrews.
Makes one of us.
Whatever. Riverdale, man. Are you excited about the CW Nancy Drew show?
Kind of.
Who did they cast as Nancy?
I don't know, some chick.
Someone, whatever.
Yeah.
Is the Archie No, they've confirmed this actually. So in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina,
Yeah.
is actually the same universe as
Yeah,
Riverdale.
I think so.
I wonder if they also share the same universe with Nancy Drew now.
No.
No?
Nancy Drew and because like Sabrina,
Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the
Sabrina
Devils.
the Teenage Witch is technically a part of the Archie universe. So is
Yeah.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, that's right.
Nancy Drew has existed since like 1968.
Old as fuck.
Yeah, Nancy Drew is old as balls.
Are they gonna do a CW Hardy Boys show now? And
No, the
have
Hardy
them
Boys are
cross
going to
over?
be in Nancy Drew.
Oh, really?
Probably. Like, why wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
Because like the thing about the Hardy Boys is that like when they're together in Nancy Drew books, they're always kind of pitted as like one of them could be the catalyst that breaks up Nancy and Ned's relationship.
Oh, I didn't realize Nancy was even in a relationship.
Yeah, no, Nancy in like everything. Nancy is always dating Ned Nickerson.
Ned Nickerson.
Yeah.
That's a you gotta be careful with that one. You
Yeah.
really want to enunciate on that one. Ned
But,
Nickerson.
From the first book, like from Secret of the Old Clock to today, Nancy is always dating Ned. Except I think there are a couple of series that are meant for like little girls where she's aged down a lot, and I don't think she's dating Ned in those ones. I think she's just by herself. Like,
Right.
She's got her friends Bess
She's
and
a
George.
strong, independent black woman.
She's just got breast. She's a white woman. Nancy's canonically the whitest white woman.
Well, I thought the idea with Nancy not having a face is that like any little girl can be Nancy Drew.
That's just for the games.
Oh, okay.
In the books, Nancy very much has a face and a description, and she's like blue-eyed with like strawberry blonde hair.
That's kind of lame.
And she's white on white on white on white. She's whitey white.
The whitest white
The
that ever whited a white.
white that whited.
A bunch of whites.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's just the game where she doesn't really have like a face or anything like that because you control Nancy Drew.
It's like Spider-Man. Like Stan Lee's original idea for Spider-Man was that he'd be in costume more often than not.
Yeah.
And that anyone could be under the mask.
Yeah.
It could be you.
Yeah.
It could be me.
Yeah.
It could be you, third party in the room.
It could be Smee.
Smee. It could be Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Just flying through the air like a little like gremlin self.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What would you like to see be remade?
Oh gosh. You know what? Give me a live action remake of the original animated Buzz Lightyear straight to DVD movie that they made. Because that's really good. You ever seen those?
No.
It's called like Buzz Lightyear like Star something, like Star whatever. Like
Okay.
it's a cartoon made about the lore of Buzz Lightyear, like
my
the
God.
team that he was a part of.
Oh my god. This isn't a movie, it's a TV show. But can we do like a live action Recess?
That'd be cool.
Please?
Sure.
Please.
Or even just bring the series back. I feel
would
like
love
Recess
that.
would be like that's a show that could be updated. That would be relevant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Remember how feminist the teacher was?
Yeah,
She
Miss
was, like,
Grundy.
super
Not Miss
feminist.
Grundy, that's
That's
Or
Archie.
maybe it was Miss Grundy.
Archie is Grundy
Yeah.
because she's the old woman.
It was started with a G. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
Miss Grundle.
Yeah. Miss Taint.
Miss Gooch. You have a very unfortunate name.
Yeah.
I'm married. Oh, that really sucks.
But yeah, yeah, that teacher was like super like anti-colonialist, like feminist, like anti-racist, best radical teacher in the entire world.
That would be cool. You ever see the Recess movie?
Yeah, it was really good.
Like all the teachers go missing.
Yeah, I liked it.
And like, guys, it ain't about recess anymore.
Recess, school's out.
Is that what the movie was called? Really?
I think so. Yeah.
School's out. That's funny.
Or summer vacation or something.
I remember me and my brother rented that on VHS back in the day.
My Aunt Chrissy had it on VHS. I used to watch it all the time.
It's a good movie. I remember that shot of like TJ was the main character's name.
Yeah.
TJ goes to like his friend's house and they're all like, "What are you doing here, TJ?"
Yeah.
And he's like, I found the principal's shoes." He's just like, and they go on a big adventure. You feeling tired today, babe?
No, I'm not feeling tired. God, yeah. I'd also love like a mainstream wide release like Brandy Cinderella. Brandy Cinderella was a made for TV movie. It was the story of Cinderella, executive produced by Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah.
Starring
I remember this now.
Brandy, who is a popular R&B singer at the time. Her brother is Ray J, who famously made that sex tape with Kim Kardashian.
He famously made the song "I Hit It First." Come on, the #1 Billboard hit single.
Anyways, Brandy is his sister, and I like her much better. But Brandy played Cinderella. Whitney Houston was the fairy godmother. Bernadette Peters, who is Broadway royalty, played the evil stepmother.
Cool.
Whoopi Goldberg was the mother of the prince. Victor Garber was the king. Fucking Jason Alexander, who plays George Costanza on Seinfeld, was like the prince's aide or something.
And also Cosmo in the live-action Fairly Odd Parents movie.
Yes.
Which he's clearly more famous for than Seinfeld.
Yeah. Those were the only stars. There were a couple of other like unknown actors, and they haven't really done anything since, who played like the prince and the evil stepsisters, but the soundtrack is baller.
Cool.
The color palette and the costumes are absolutely amazing. They're corny as all shit, but they're so fucking amazing.
I'm sure it's funny, right?
Bernadette Peters' character wears this like crazy like green silk robe with like pink fuzzy piping on the collar, and it's so fucking ridiculous, but it's so cute, and she rocks it so well. And the songs, the music, it's so good.
Do you think if
good.
Do you think if they did that thing where like on Twitter where it's like, we've condensed these movies frame by frame into color palettes, can you guess which one's which? Like, do you think you could do it?
Probably.
For Brandy Cinderella?
Probably.
Cinderella.
Oh, so good.
Slap on my belly.
Yeah.
Put on the telly.
Yeah. Make it smelly.
Gross. Nothing like make it smelly. Like that's not a command you want to say to someone.
No.
Like,
no.
Hey babe, I'm gonna order pizza. Yeah, just make it smelly. Like you.
Oh god, yeah. But yeah, that's what I would do.
Speaking of excellent costume design and a mostly black cast, I actually watched Black Panther again.
Yeah.
For the first time since seeing it in theaters.
Yeah. Oof. So good. Have you? Because you have the Blu-ray, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should really watch the commentary with Ryan Coogler.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is it just him the whole time?
It's him and I think one of the producers, director of cinematography, somebody from the crew. But yeah, it's really cool. He doesn't talk a whole lot. He's a man of very few words. But
I would like to imagine like
I did learn some stuff
in the middle of a fight scene. They're like fighting it out, and he's like, "This was a long day." That's the whole thing, and it's like, "Thank you, Ryan," like Mr. Coogler.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Coogler.
No, I really enjoyed Black Panther. It feels like I know it's kind of silly.
One of the best movies in the MCU.
Definitely, but it feels kind of silly to say because like the stakes have gotten so high in the MCU movies that it really feels like one of the grander MCU movies.
Yeah.
Maybe before the last two Avengers movies because they sort of set a new bar, you know. Which was kind of funny because we went to go see Far From Home, which is the newest Spider-Man movie, and while I really enjoyed it, it was kind of a culture shock to come back to like Earth level stuff. Yeah, you know, like it's just like okay, like I remember this before Thanos. Like, this is weird, but I thought they handled that really well. Good movie.
The way they handled like the snap and how much it sucked because like
the blip is what they call it.
The blip, yeah, and you have to like go back to school, like back in school. A little bit.
Some people are older, but some people are the same age. My favorite part about that movie was how they handled Tony's death and how the world would react to that. Because okay, there were some parts that I thought were maybe a little too much. Like when they're in the school and like they're in like the elementary school class and it's like all of the drawings of Iron Man. It's like, okay, like give me a break. But then like he gets on the airplane and there's like a documentary about him. Like that's so accurate in my opinion.
Absolutely.
People pump out documentaries about famous people who've died like nothing. There was like 15 Michael Jackson documentaries like the day after he died.
Yeah. How did you crank this out so fast?
Do you remember the song that it was The Game and Chris Brown and some other people? It's a song they wrote about Michael Jackson dying. It's called Break On Through to the Other Side. Oh my god. It came out, Sam, I think the weekend or maybe even the day after he died. So Michael Jackson died and they hit the booth like immediately.
Oh my God.
It was like, let's start writing. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was like, never gonna let you go. Break through to the other side. The game has a verse that's like, I'm Michael Jackson. You Michael Jackson. We all Michael Jackson.
That's in bad taste.
It's pretty rough. No, yeah, they
really
released
bad
that.
taste.
It was supposed to be like in memoriam to him.
I don't like it.
They really cranked it out.
Yeah.
I always think that's hilarious.
Oof, I can feel it. Ugh.
I always thought August was like not really a summer month. When I was a kid.
No, because they're talking about going back to school so much already.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
it doesn't feel like summer.
I always thought August was like the depressing summer month.
Yeah.
It was just like, because like maybe this has no basis in logic now that I'm thinking about it, but I always thought June and July sounded like hot months.
Yeah.
And August sort of sounds like autumn, so it's like the fall month.
Yeah.
But that's not even true.
No,
like,
it's September is a summer month.
Technically speaking,
Think about it, yeah.
Because the first day of fall is in October, isn't it?
I think the equinox is September 21st.
Oh, okay. So,
but that's most of summer is most of September is a summer month.
I mean, which has never been true for me because I always found it to be rather cold in September. Like it gets colder in September,
Depends.
Yeah, depends on the time.
Some years yes, some years no.
But yeah, no, August, man.
Anyways, Brother Bear made this video about like tips for back to school or like people going to university, like first years. And I thought like we've been out of school for a hot second, looking back, what are some things that you would suggest that you would, what are some kernels of truth that you would offer to people going into university for the first time?
Oh my God, study. Do your readings. Go to class. Listen, man, like...
you got fucking boned.
I'll fucking tell a story.
Trying to graduate university.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate set of circumstances that we don't necessarily need to get into. But in my last year of university, I had to take a bunch of courses that were nothing to do with my degree. Because in UW, you had to do breadth requirements, which essentially means you have to take electives you don't want to take. Only art students have to do this because fuck us. So in the last semester of university, I took psych, soc, and anthropology. Which, as I learned, were all far more difficult than I ever could have imagined. Because... if you're in school for arts, I'm not saying arts is easy because it's not, but you get a sense for it. You start to build your sort of academic goings on around what's required from you based on the curriculum that you're in. So I wasn't prepared for the amount of specific information that you need to recall when you're in these kinds of science classes. Yeah. So I, well, it was hard. I learned great study habits in my last year of school ever. So that's really great that I figured that out in my last semester.
Yeah.
But if you can figure...
Because you got out of stuff in high school pretty easily. You just kind of like played the game.
High school wasn't difficult for me from an academic standpoint.
Yeah.
I never felt challenged in high school. And I really wish I did. Because I feel like I could have had this revelation earlier.
Yeah.
So that would be one of my kernels of advice for new first-year students. Yeah. It's not cool to skip class. You're wasting your or your parents' money by not going to class.
Yeah.
And study. Do your readings. Because well, they sound like maybe it's a lot. You'll feel a lot better, and you'll be more ahead if you do them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a fact.
Yeah.
I know how stupid... I sound like a fucking square right now. But if you take 4 to 5 hours of your day after class just to do your readings, you'll be way more prepared come the exam time.
Yeah.
And you'll feel better about doing stuff you like.
Yeah.
You won't have to be like... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a joint and play fucking Destiny 2 for 3 hours before I go to sleep. And feel really bad about it because I've actually been playing Destiny 2 and smoking joints since noon. No, it's like, do your work, earn your time off,
and
you'll have a more healthy, better high school university experience as a whole.
Yeah.
That would be my kernel of advice.
Yeah.
How about you?
food is so important, and like so much of your university/college years, you think that because you're a student, you can eat shitty food because that's
Right.
what's advertised to you.
You also don't have a lot of money, so you kind of gotta
you have
make
like
do.
you're going out to bars with your friends, you're eating pub food, pizza parties everywhere to try and get free food, like pizza and burgers and hot dogs, because that's what the free food is always.
Bring up pizza again at the end of all this, please.
Shitty. You want to talk about campus pizza?
No. We talked about that already. I have another funny story.
Okay, but shitty cafeteria food in your residences that is just depressing. Like depressing.
Crap. It's depressingly crap.
It's depressing crap. Like, take pride in the food that you eat, because if you eat a good meal, like a good balanced meal, you will feel like you can do anything.
Way better.
I remember there were a couple of tough days where, and like I lived at home all throughout university, so I had access to food, but during university my mom had to take a second job at a grocery store as a cashier, and her days got a lot busier, and we stopped, like I didn't get home cooked meals. So yeah, I was living at home and all the groceries were there, but I'll be damned if mom and I had time to cook anything.
Yeah, it was on you.
Sometimes she did, and that was nice, and I appreciate that, but sometimes she didn't, and I feel like I didn't take up the reins on it a whole lot, or I didn't think far enough in advance to like cook good food for myself that I could have later as leftovers, which makes my day so much better. And there were times where I didn't have anything and mom didn't have any leftovers because she hadn't been able to cook in days, so I would bring those miserable microwave dinners. Like the Michelina's macaroni and cheese. I thought that was like my fuel. It was disgusting and depressing, and you always want more at the end of it because it's not fulfilling.
No.
And it kind of tastes like plastic.
It's mostly synthetic,
Even if you try and you buy the ones that are in cardboard boxes, it still kind of tastes like plastic.
Right.
They fucking suck. And since then I've been in some tight binds in regards to like food and stuff. If I'm in a show and I'm doing work and I'm, trying to balance social life and all that stuff, I'll get in a tight bind and I'll look at a frozen meal and I'll think, nah, like,
no,
even in this tight bind, I can cook something.
You ever had like small non sequitur? You ever had like a healthy select frozen meal?
They're disgusting.
Just as bad, in my
They're
opinion.
worse.
Yeah.
Because they give you less of the things that cover up the shittiness of the food, because they're under the guise of being healthy.
And then you're just eating frozen chicken.
And then you're just eating like
microwaved.
Rubbery, gross, weird chicken.
Oh yeah.
With not enough sauce on it because it's trying to be like low sodium, low fat, whatever. Gross. And it's weird and gross, and I don't like it. And it's really, really awful.
But to jump off your kernel, if you're living at home or living with roommates and you have an opportunity, you have a full kitchen for the first time, learn to cook. Yeah. Learning how to cook is seriously one of the most rewarding things you can do.
Even if it's just because you are interested in like food, like you like food shows, you like trying cuisine, difficult dishes and stuff like that, and that's
culinary
cool.
art is like I'm all about it.
Learn how to prepare instant rice.
Yeah. If you
learn
need to learn
how to steam vegetables.
Yes.
Learn to season vegetables.
Oh my God.
So that you will eat vegetables. Because vegetables are terrible raw.
Yeah.
If you don't like vegetables, it's probably because you've been fed raw vegetables for your entire life.
For the sake of health.
I think if you want to really do this thing where you get kids into vegetables from like the beginning of their lives, so that they're all through their they eat vegetables for their entire lives, introduce them to seasoned vegetables.
Yeah.
Put Montreal steak spice on asparagus. And also, it tastes so much better.
Listen, guys,
it tastes so much better.
Don't fry your vegetables in butter if you don't want them to be healthy, because obviously not.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper is not going to kill your kid or you.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Or even just go out there. Like I said Montreal steak spice. You think Montreal steak spice is reserved only for meat? No. It's not. It's great on everything.
I put Montreal steak spice on chicken sometimes.
There are great, like La Grill, whatever, like Clubhouse spices. They make great.
I know exactly.
They make great mixes. There's like a chipotle mango spice that they spice mix that they make. So good on like shrimp, it's so good. Just season your vegetables, please.
Season your food.
Yeah.
If you're not seasoning your food, I'm gonna come to your house and you'll find your food being seasoned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell two funny stories.
Okay.
First funny story. We were at our rented family cottage last semester. Jesus, I'll be all right. Talking about school.
Last September.
Last September, we were in a family trip where me and my cousins and Sam all went to this cottage in Wasaga Beach. That was my childhood cottage growing up, where it was always rented. We never owned it, but it was such a great time to go back there. My dad, who I've learned pretty much all of my love for cooking from, aside from my own personal interest, was making dinner, and he had a bunch of meat on a tray, and all the spices were still out. And if you listen to this, Dad, I'm sorry. But I went by the tray of meat, which was like some like cube steaks and like some chicken and some all sorts of shit, and I noticed that the spices was a little light.
The spices were a little light?
A little light. They weren't heavily spiced. Yeah. And I figure, like, if you're going to barbecue something, you really need to heavily spice it because you're barbecuing it and it's all going to burn off.
Yeah.
Especially if you maybe don't know what you're doing, which I'm not saying my dad doesn't, but, general sense.
Yeah.
So I spiced the shit out of those bitches.
You found, like, some spice and,
shook
a little extra
It was all
on?
out. It was all out still, and no one was around, so I looked around. I looked out the window. I checked all the bathrooms. I was like...
Shake.
Just like, and I give it like a little shake, give it all mixed, and I was like, good. And you know what, Sam? When we were eating that day, everyone, Tommy, the chicken is so good. Oh my God, this steak is delicious. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Second funny story. We were talking about pizza.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time me and my roommates in first year had pizza for every day of the week?
No.
Yeah, we did do that.
Were we dating at this point? Thank
first
God.
Year. No, it was in first year when I was a fucking mess.
Yeah.
I was like super depressed, and like the only thing that made me happy was like eating and video games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know the way it happened. Like, you know what happened? Okay, so the first half of the week was like the Monday. Like Sahaj comes into my room and it's like, "Yo, we ordering pizza tonight?" And I'm like, "It's a Monday," and he was like, "So?" And I'm like, "You're right." So we ordered the pizza and like watched Dragon Ball, and it was dope.
Yeah.
Tuesday rolls around and Mark's like, "Yo, I wasn't around for pizza on Monday. Let's get pizza today too."
God.
And we were all like, "I'm not above that. Like, let's get some pizza." And Wednesday rolls around and someone else on the floor. I think it was like a party. It was like, "Hey, we're gonna get together and watch a bunch of movies in the common room. Let's order some pizzas."
Yeah.
We're like, "Fuck yeah, order some pizzas." Thursday rolls around. And like, I think at this point it was just memeing.
Yeah.
Like at this point we were like, "Guys, we've had pizza every day of the week.
Let's keep it going.
Let's keep the ball rolling, right?" And then I swear to God, we had pizza for 2 more nights, and the last night on the Sunday, we're like, "Are we gonna do it? Are we making 7 days in a row? We're having pizza?" And like none of us wanted to. None of us were like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Like,
no,
I want pizza.
We were all like, "Guys, this is so fucking gross. Like, why are we doing this? Like, come on." But then we ordered pizza. So like we did it. We did a 7 days of pizza, and I think Sam, seriously, for the rest of first year, I don't think we ordered pizza again. I think we were pizzaed out.
That would end it for me. That would finish it off.
Only so many times can you have pizza. Apparently, bless you. Apparently, if you heard the sneeze on the recording, seven days of pizza is enough to make you never want to eat pizza again. Let me tell you.
Yeah. When was the next time you ate pizza then?
Probably like second year when we all moved into the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We eventually got over it because come on, it's pizza.
because you spend enough time away from it. It's you come back around.
I can't not eat pizza.
No.
Like, come on.
No.
I'm only one man.
There's so many kinds of pizza.
Now I make my own pizza, and I'm really, really happy about it.
You are really, you make a good calzone too. That like Parmesan and like prosciutto and pepperoni and extra cheese panzerotti that you made me.
I went ham. I want to try to get the Neapolitan down.
I think about that sometimes.
It's a little harder.
I think about that pizza sometimes.
I mean, I can make it for you. I can make it for you tonight.
Not like tonight though.
I can make it for you tonight.
Your dad is already making dinner plans.
I don't give a shit about what my dad is making.
Ironically enough, he's making chicken.
Yeah.
So.
And it's probably well spiced because dad is no schlep when it comes to spices.
Well, no. Yeah. It's just I think it's hard when you're making so much meat.
Well, exactly. He was making meat for like 25 people.
Yeah, you worry about like overspicing
spice distribution,
and stuff.
I totally get
That's
it.
fair.
But yeah, I did spice the shit out of my dad's extra meat.
That's hilarious that you like snuck in there. That's so funny. But yeah, if you're in university, like value yourself and value what you're putting into yourself. Mm-hmm. I felt way better on the days where I had like, even if I just made like a good sandwich and had like a salad and a little bit of dessert. You know, I operated and felt like my mood improved a lot better. That's the thing. If you find yourself like depressed in first year of university, part of it might be your food. Also, holy shit, work out.
Yeah, really.
Like, pick up working. I know it's hard. Like, I look back on my schedule in university, and like, I really don't think I had time between working a job and sometimes being in rehearsal 3 times a week and trying to get homework done and also trying to have some semblance of a social life. Not enough time to really work out even once an hour, because if I wasn't doing anything, I was shit tired.
Yeah.
But
that's a hard one, working
if you can manage it,
at least get food down, you know?
Yeah, but if you can manage it, like, I have found working out to be really rewarding. I've worked out in a really long time just because I had some like medical issues and it kind of made me scared to go back into the gym. But like, I really want to just get back to her again.
Yeah.
And
well, for the longest time,
it feels like a big checklist.
You were like anti-gym for a long time.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a shitty place to be. But you find a good gym with the right kind of mantra. It's like, yeah, the gym can be like a meat-headed place to be, but don't go to the meathead gyms then.
No, I'll be honest with you, Sam. Like, this is
go
probably
to fucking Planet Fitness.
You know, I'll say this right off the top. This is definitely different for men and women, like 100% in terms of gym experiences. But in a weird way, if you're trying to get fit and work out, the best people you want around are meatheads. Because in my experience, and again, I can't say this enough, it's going to be different for everyone. In my experience, every meathead I met at the gym was super nice.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And they never make fun of you. They never judge you. If anything, they'll come over to you and be like, hey, buddy, so this actually happened to me. I was deadlifting, which is like a super popular way to work out.
Yeah.
I was deadlifting. And this guy came over to me. He's like, hey, man, I don't want to interrupt. And I promise you I'm not trying to be rude, but your form and your back, like, you're going to hurt yourself. So, I'm like, can I show you? And he showed me, and it worked, and it was more efficient.
That's cool.
And you know what? I felt the tension on my back. And after he fixed my form, it felt better. And you know what? After that, he was like, you have a nice day. And, like, left. He didn't keep bugging me.
He didn't stick around.
He didn't try to sell me on a fucking personal trainer package. He was a super nice guy. And I've actually seen a lot of, like, forums for gyms, like subreddits for gyms and stuff like that. People who fat shame, like, are pretty ostracized.
Yeah.
Like, they don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Because if you're overweight and you're in the gym, you're trying to get better.
Yeah.
Why would they push you away?
That was a big thing. There was like a huge uproar a while back because Nike had a plus size mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
Advertising their plus size clothing. It's like, how the fuck else do you expect to advertise plus size clothing? You need a plus size mannequin.
You gotta put it on.
But they were
people
like,
that fit.
Nike's encouraging like obesity and saying that it's okay to be fat.
Like, shut the
and
fuck
it's like,
up.
If you want fat people to be skinny so badly, how do you think that's going to happen? How do you think that's going to happen?
No one who's overweight chose that.
No.
Like, listen,
also,
man.
Sometimes you're just built the way that you are.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Of course.
Lizzo is bigger than I am, but she can twerk, do choreography, and play the flute, which is a breath-controlled instrument, at the same time.
That is pretty crazy.
I can't do that. I'm skinnier than Lizzo, and I can't fucking do that.
Hey, man.
I would die.
I'm not exactly in shape.
It's like people have different abilities.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's just, like, people get fat for all sorts of reasons. Could be mental health reasons. Could be physical health reasons.
It could be just, like, bodies changing. You know what I mean? Like,
I've noticed financial reasons.
I've noticed that I have been gaining weight a lot more recently. Like my body is changing.
I disagree,
and
for the record. Whatever.
I'm just getting older, you know? Like, my body is changing, and I've been used to living a certain way and getting away with certain, like, eating patterns and, like, lifestyle patterns.
Yeah.
And it's not working for me anymore, but I have these patterns and these habits, and they're hard to break. So I'm working on it. But right now I look like this. Right now I have a little bit of pudge. Right now I have...
You look beautiful.
Thank you, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
But
Other people have what I have, and I don't judge them because, like, your body is your body, and,
of course.
you know, like, I don't know where anybody is at any given point, but I don't like where my body is at, and, like, I'll get there. But for now, I look like this, and I need clothes that fit me and make me feel good so I can go to the gym, because I don't give a shit. Having gym clothes that you like makes a difference. Well, having cute gym clothes makes a difference.
Yeah, you look good, feel good. Yeah. That's a real thing. That's
exactly.
That's not even a saying. That's, like, actual shit.
I don't go to work looking like shit. I do, because work doesn't let me not look like shit because I have to wear a uniform.
Right.
But, like, when I had my internship, you know, I tried to not go there looking like shit because I felt good about the work that I was doing and I wanted to feel good about that via my clothing. It's an outward expression. If you can afford an expression through clothing, you will take it. And you will want to dress what your version of nice looks like.
Of course.
So why would you not want the same thing when you go to work out? When you're trying to change your body?
Also, newsflash, fat people exist.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you don't think that if every person who's slightly overweight or underweight would want to look like fucking Terry Crews?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Well, maybe not.
Well, yeah, but
you know, maybe not.
Anyway, like you know, people forget that there's a lot of work that goes into that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who just feel normal the way they look.
Yeah.
And people have no right to shit on these people for being like that.
No.
You know?
No.
Fucking physical health isn't a gatekeeping club. They shouldn't be.
No.
You know? But to tie it back to our original thing, where it's like, people at the gym are actually very nice.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Yeah.
They're all just here to
or they just
be
leave
a
you
little
alone.
better.
Like, my gym is really, really good for just, like, you can zone out and be very solitary.
Totally. Put your headphones on.
Nobody looks at you. Nobody talks to you. Bothering people is discouraged. Talking to people you don't know is discouraged. Like, you just kind of, if you have a buddy, you have a buddy. If you don't, just leave them alone.
No one is
Respect
here
everybody's
to
space.
socialize.
No.
And if they are, they really shouldn't.
No.
But, on that note, would you say that those were our lessons for today?
Yeah, whatever size you are is enough.
Mm-hmm.
The food that you put inside of your body does help you feel better. So, you know, try your best to eat decently.
Go to class.
Go to class.
Make time for yourself.
Yeah.
And don't go see The Lion King.
If you want to go see The Lion King and you enjoy it, it's fine. But just understand that, you know, just understand that you're being sold something. You're not, like, this
That's any movie, though, to be fair.
But this isn't a movie that's trying to accomplish anything.
Yeah, it's not Lady Bird.
Yeah. You know, it's not 8th grade.
Yeah.
You know,
a movie that was made with a specific vision in mind.
It's got the same message that the 1994 movie has, you know? So just take that from
it's
that,
Hamlet.
Sure. But, like, you know, just whatever. Like what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is actually the first podcast since this is big news. We're on Spotify now!
We're on Spotify and Google Play!
We're Spotify and Google Play. We're working on Apple Podcasts.
Take us with you wherever you go.
Put us in your pocket. Take us out of your pocket. Put us in your purse.
Take us out of your purse. Put us back in your pocket.
Do the bra strap thing that girls do with phones that you definitely shouldn't do.
Oh, but like put your phone in between your
bra, yeah.
Yeah, no, good luck with that.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go like us on those things. It really helps. Talk about us with your friends.
Yeah.
Show us to your mother. Show us to your father.
Show us to your uncle.
Especially show us to your uncles.
Show us to your cool cousins. Yeah.
Your young, hip, cool cousin.
The ones that you hang out with in the corner of family functions.
Even that one cousin who's maybe a little out of touch. He's like 35 now.
Yeah.
But still like has like the frosted tips. And, you know, like trapped in the 90s. Show us to that guy.
Yeah.
I think he'd like us quite a bit.
Yeah.
But you will see us next week.
Later, everybody.
For the next Chill Spot podcast.
Bye.
Bye.